Hi guys, we need to talk about Robinhood, aka Robin Hood. Guys, I've had just about enough with the shenanigans that this company is pulling. They want to screw retail investors, and their whole, fakey fake name of Robin Hood, they're for the retail, they're for the community. No, they're not. They're for robbing the hood, is what I say, because that's how they think of retail investors. And their actions have proven it time and time again. Guys, if you heard my other videos, you already know that when I called the other day, I tried to get information regarding Redbox and simply wanted to protect my investment because I had heard that the buy button was taken away from the options chain and that they were closeout only. When I called, the first person that I spoke with had told me initially that he was not allowed to discuss that ticker with me. And I was like, what? I'm like, I'm invested in that ticker in your company. What do you mean you can't talk about that with me? We've been told that we're not allowed to talk about that. I said, okay, well, I have a couple questions regarding, number one, the options chain and why it's been taken away. Was this your decision? Because I called the CBOE and they said, to call my brokerage that CBOE has stopped trading and is going to be delisting Redbox. And they told me that they were their own clearinghouse and that they weren't part of the CBOE, so it wasn't a concern for their customers, and that as of now they've decided that they are going to do closeout positions only. I said, okay, well, can you, while you're on the phone, would you kindly tell me what the short interest is of Robinhood? And again, I got, we're not allowed to discuss that ticker. I said, well, I'm asking you public information. What is the short interest? Ma'am, you can look at that on the app. And I said, I'm looking at the app right now. And I read off, the market cap, the 52-week high, 52-week low. And I said, there's nothing in here about the short interest. And he said, once again, that I can find it in the app, and if it's not there, he's not allowed to discuss it. I said, can I please speak to your supervisor? So he brought somebody else on the line, and I started off with a question about being confused because it was my understanding that from the last person that I spoke with that Robinhood was its own clearinghouse, but I'm confused because you're telling me that the CBOE has decided to shut off options and to contact them. And I said, I already contacted them. And he hung up on me. Wait, first I said, so is Robinhood their own clearinghouse? Click. Guys, who hangs up on their customers? Go back to the Robinhood app, try to put in a phone call request because, you can't call them directly. You have to ask them to call you, which is just asinine. So, okay, I try to put in a phone call request and I can't because it says I have an open ticket. I'm sorry, but the minute he hung up on me, that ticket should have closed because he certainly didn't call me back. So then I was able to send an email. So I sent an email requesting that they call me back. Well, lucky for me, I don't know if it was by chance or not, I get a call back from that same supervisor that hung up on me. And when he said his name, I said, oh, great, I was just talking to you. And he proceeded to tell me, verify my information and all that first. And I did, and I was happy he asked that because, you don't want them giving out your brokerage information and it not be you they're talking to. So he said, can you remind me where we are again? I said, yes. I had just asked you whether or not Robinhood was its own clearinghouse because you told me that it was a decision based on the clearinghouse and not on Robinhood for why options are no longer being traded on Redbox and they're closed only. And I said, so I'm confused because I thought Robinhood was its own clearinghouse. Again, same exact time, click. Guys, WTF, I mean, really? Really? Why even call me back? You're just going to hang up on me again. My only thought process is he just happened to be the lucky one to get my email, or it got shifted to him and he didn't know who he was calling. Okay, whatever. So I decided to send another email saying, all right, maybe something's wrong with our phone system. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Send another email, and guess what, guys? No call back. Today I had issues on the app, and I wasn't even able to make a phone call. Guys, these people are managing our money. We are giving them our money and trusting in them. If they can't answer simple questions regarding short interest or any other question that you have that's public information regarding any stock that you're invested in, you know, whether it be Apple, whether it be Robinhood itself. I wonder if I asked them about their own stock, if they'd answer it. That'd be a good one to try. If anyone wants to give them a call and ask them, I'd love to hear it. Somebody please, if you could, because I'm locked out. I can't call them. They literally locked it so that I cannot call them and I cannot send them an email. And I'm willing to bet that it's not going to be long before they just get rid of my account and tell me that they've disowned me as a customer or whatever. They've fired me as a customer. I don't know. But personally, once I get through these plays, guys, I'm firing them because I do not want them having my money. But right now I'm afraid because if I transfer to another broker in the middle of this play, then if something happens and, you know, Redbox were to squeeze or, you know, have something huge run up followed by a dump and I'm not able to get out because it's in transfer, that's what happens. So I kind of feel trapped right now because I don't have a choice and it's not okay. But, you know, seriously, I think we all need to come together as retail and tell Robinhood we've had enough. They took away the buy button when AMC and GME closed. They took away, you know, the options trading pool, which never should have been started to begin with on Redbox. They hang up on their customers. They lock them out of even contacting customer support. You know, that should be a right that you have. They have your money, and I can't contact them to discuss my money. That's BS, and that is not okay, guys. Now, let's talk about other reasons why I hate Robinhood. And this has been going on for a long time, and let's be perfectly clear, they are not my main brokerage. I have 5 brokerages, including Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Webull, Coinbase, Moomoo, and actually I have 5 other brokerages because I have a total of 6, and lovely Hood. Guys, Hood needs to go. We'll stick with the other 5 because after the whole AMC and GME thing, I decided that I wasn't going to trust any brokerage anymore because I don't know who's going to take away the buy button. But I'd be sitting here lying to you right now if I said to you that I trust the fact that Robinhood's not going to take away the buy button again, because I don't. I think they'll be the first one to do it. And I don't think our money is safe being invested in that company, especially when they hang up on their customers and they can't even answer a simple question that's public knowledge. You can Google what is the short interest on a stock, and they can't answer that question for me. Do we not see there's a problem here? After that, I was definitely bullish as could be, you know, on Redbox, but this is not okay. Now let's talk about the options chain and what they do to people with options, because if you're playing options on Robinhood, if you haven't experienced this, there's no denying this is what they do. If you have contracts that are in the money or close to the money and they know we're going to run into the money, come 3 o'clock, they will dump your orders, meaning they will sell them. If you don't have the full cash allotment, even if you have cash because you plan to close out another position and to exercise your options, you better do it before 2 o'clock or before 2:30, I would say, to be safe. because anytime they're on, they can stop and not allow you to exercise them anymore. And they did that to me today with IMPP. And then it came up that the position was close only when I first tried to exercise them. Meanwhile, they sold off everything except for one because I was waiting on other things to close out, and I was just going to pay the cash at that time because I knew I was getting close. So I was going in to try to exercise, and you get a screen that pops up telling you to make a deposit because it's the simplest way to make a deposit on the app. But guys, it wouldn't even let me do that, and they sold my IMPP for $2 a contract. $2. It wasn't ever down to 52 cents during that time frame either. It was at between 54 and 56 that entire time. So that's absolute BS. And that's another thing, is not only will they sell your contracts, but they have some kind of formula or mechanism in place where you can watch every single time I've seen it between that, 250 to 310 period is when they're going and doing this. And you'll notice that the stock will, as up it can be going, like, Cassava Sciences, today I was trading and it was at 28. You see it come and it gets past that 2 o'clock and all of a sudden knew it was probably going to break down and not up because they weren't going to allow that. And sure enough, it did. Chegg, another one that was doing fabulous today. Go look at the chart of Chegg. This is probably the best example for what they do. That stock was shooting straight up today, okay? I had options. I was trying to close it out as it got close. I actually even put the same exact price that the stock was at, so because I was in the money, so equal. I had 1750 contracts. And it was at $18. So I was like, all right, I risked it. I knew it was trading straight, and I probably should have sold it, a half an hour ago, but I didn't care because I was on $20 contracts I had bought the night before. The risk that I had to the reward, I was still in the money, $150. So $130 profit on each contract. That's great, guys. But what did they do? They got rid of my order to sell it for the price that it was trading at, dumped the price by 10 cents each, and sold it. I can't even make this stuff up. The things that they do, how it's even legal, which it's probably not, but they know that, for retail to get a lawyer and to file charges with them, it would cost us too much money, and, we can't afford to. So they're going to keep doing it. Because let me tell you, I do auctions on TD Ameritrade, and even if I don't have the money in my account, they never sell my positions until after 4 o'clock. And then if I have money, they'll exercise them. If I don't have money, then they'll just give me the balance. They don't cheat me out of anything. It is what it closes at. And when I actually called Robinhood and asked them about this before, do you know what I got, guys? I got threatened because I had canceled, and by the way, I did it again today, so I'm sure that I'm getting my options shut off, but I really don't care. I've had it with them. But they cancel your order, whatever you have your sell order in before they do this dump, right? And I know it's coming now. So one day I decided, when they canceled it, I went back and put in a sell order for my price. They canceled it again. I went back and put in a sell order for my price. Guys, when I called to bitch about it because I knew that stock was going to go up more because I can read the chart, they told me, threatening, in a very threatening way, if I ever try to do that again and get around their safety measures, that I will be removed from being able to trade options with them. So I'm sure that's coming because I did it again today. More to come. Honestly, I don't give a crap at this point. They're thieves. They're stealing from retail, and you guys need to know you need to protect your money, and you need to get your money out of Robinhood. Please, please, please share this video. Please like it, share it, and get it out there, guys, because everyone needs to know what they're doing. They're thieves. All right, good night.